Hey, welcome back to Journal-Worthy Journey. In our last video, we were leaving Montana and heading into Washington. That was our first of 2 weeks that we spent there in the Washington area. And it was beautiful heading in there, up in that northern section. I tell you, those drives, they just continued. So where we left off last time was leaving our spot there in Twisp, and we were heading down south of Seattle, south of Tacoma, to a little town called Centralia. And that's where we pick up in this one.
We are stuck. I got someone on a bike pedaling, and there was traffic coming. We couldn't go around it.
Gentlemen, this is the EM50 Urban Assault Vehicle.
So this little park that we ended up in at Centralia, not really that big of a deal, kind of a small little park. It was fine for what it was, but the main point of being there was what it gave us access to. And that was Seattle, Mount Rainier, and Mount St Helens, in no particular order. We just wanted to visit those things during that week that we were there. And it's only like, at least as far as the crow flies, like 50-ish miles to both of the mountains, and then a little bit further up to Seattle. So coming in on a Saturday, the first thing we wanted to do was go and visit Mount Rainier. That was what we wanted to do for basically all of Sunday, and not that bad of a drive there, right? Another pretty spot, gonna wind around through some roads and stuff to eventually get there. And then before getting up to the mountain proper, there's a bunch of forestry and things. So as soon as you enter the park area, you start getting trails and options. Tayler had one picked out that she wanted to go to, and that was the Grove of the Patriarchs.
So today we're at Mount Rainier and we're doing the Grove of the Patriarchs Trail with our masks because there's a lot of people. Jeez. The width of some of these trees.
Yeah. So we started off by doing this first loop around the grove, and there's some pretty sizable trees. Some of the largest ones that we had seen at that point. Probably not quite as big as what you'll see in the redwoods or the sequoias, the giant sequoias that California has. They're still pretty big for us.
Reach heights of 250 feet, age of 1,000 years. Fast-growing trees thrive in open areas.
So big and tall and old. Hey. We'll let someone from that side pass. We'll keep it going both ways. Yep. Woo!
Golly.
It's huge. Oh my gosh. That's into the tree. This thing is huge. Huge. There will be photos for reference.
That's what she said.
After walking around a bit in that area and seeing the grove, the trail actually loops around and connects to another part that you can go on to go see a waterfall. Tayler loves waterfalls.
Jeez.
Wanted to go down and see Silver Falls. Wanted to.
Yeah, it was a neat little walk. We got to get out and enjoy seeing a bit of some massive trees and a bit of this forest.
So we are now on the East Side Trail. It will take us to Silver Falls, so we're gonna see a little waterfall. Woohoo!
Man, somebody's done some sawing here. It's a whole half of a mile trail the opposite direction the last one we were walking on, but I'm starting to hear stuff, hear water, and it's more big beautiful trees and all that kind of stuff. So I think this is going to be worth a pretty flat half-mile walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, don't walk across the bridge. That one. This one, sure.
What about this one?
No.
This is the easy one.
This is a little child I put up with sometimes. He walks across this broken tree
Nothing wrong with that.
rather than this bridge which you're supposed to walk on.
You always do everything the easy way?
Yeah.
Boring. Boring.
The safe way.
Boring. This is like some gorgeous forestry though. This is insane.
Grab the camera!
You okay? Oh, yeah, we should probably head back up there. This is just gonna get worse. I'm sorry.
Go.
So after that little scrape, we kind of called it quits on the rest of Mount Rainier. Figured we'll come back later during the week, just go ahead and get out of there, take it easy, see what's going on with her knee. Luckily it was okay, nothing major, nothing broken, but it did kind of continue to impact for a little while because it was hurting. And so you'll see that some in our next little adventure, which was heading down to see Mount St Helens. So this drive to Mount St Helens is just really kind of the getting started piece of the beauty that you're gonna see there and going out for this awesome little adventure. As you're getting closer, you keep seeing Mount St Helens peeking around corners and popping up here and there, and eventually you'll end up on the last little drive up to their visitor center.
We have arrived at Mount St Helens National Volcanic Monument. Because yesterday I fell in Mount Rainier on one of the trails and banged up my knee pretty good. But it's not stopping me from trying to actually get to do stuff because we're only here for a week. So I'm still trying to do stuff, even though it may be a little painful, but it's a pretty view.
Now their visitor center is actually set a good distance back, and that's because this is an active volcano.
Wow. It's when we can't see the top of it. It doesn't go up that much higher though.
Yeah.
Mount St Helens National Volcanic Monument, Johnston Ridge Observatory. Okay, so it's straight ahead.
Yeah.
So there's the lake. 2, the hummocks. I see those. Intact pieces of mountain the size of small hills were carried along in the landslide, now litter the valley floor. Jeez, this is cool.
Yeah.
Neat to see.
Yeah, it's neat how we have this observatory here overlooking this massive valley. Imagine what this looked like. I'd be curious to look on YouTube and stuff and see if there's any good videos of when it last erupted.
Well, May 18th, 1980.
The perilous vantage point of a still photographer and the actual recorded voice of an eyewitness with a two-way radio bring the tremendous force of the May 18th eruption into chilling focus.
Oh, I just felt an earthquake. Now we've got an eruption down here. Now we got a big slide coming off. The slide is coming off of the west slope. Now we got a whole great big eruption out of the crater. And we got another that opened up on the west side, and the whole west side, northwest side is sliding down. All right, we got it, boy. The whole northwest section and north section blown up, crying it's coming up over the ridge towards me. I'm going to back out of here.
Photographer Gary Rosenquist barely escaped. Radio operator Jerry Martin did not.
Yeah, I mean, it erupted for, I think, like 9 hours straight. Is what it said over there. So, crazy. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely worth coming to see. Just because the magnitude, how big this is. Like, it's huge.
Yeah.
Even from a distance.
Yeah, we're quite the distance away too. I don't know if any of these signs or anything talk about just how far across it is, but it's a good long distance, and
I guess they have an eruption trail.
still huge.
May 17th, 1980, day before. You can really see
Yeah.
that. And then September 10th. So, a couple months later. Yeah.
So he needs a car wash so badly. So after running out a couple of times to go see some of these mountains, one of the next big things to do was actually drive all the way up to Seattle.
Seattle. And then Mount Rainier. There is T-Mobile Park. That is where the Seattle Mariners play. And then right next to that is where the Seattle Seahawks play. And we are near downtown Seattle.
Tayler had been there before, wanted to go back, wanted to show me the Pike's Marketplace, but this was kind of COVID time, like when things were way more serious. As you'll see, it was pretty empty.
So we are at Pike's Peak Marketplace. Usually it's way more packed. So we're at Pike's Peak Marketplace. Usually it's way more packed than this.
Yeah.
Tons of people, and
It's like a lot of the booths are shut down. It's like every other one walking along in there or something.
yeah, and the fish one that usually throws the fish. But yeah, for this is the one that's well known for like throwing the fish, and someone stands out here and catches it, and they have a big crowd and stuff. But we're gonna go just walk around here a little bit, and then walk to the Starbucks, and the first Starbucks that there ever was, and get a Starbucks drink. Yeah, you want fresh? It's this. But yeah, we are here. It's a fun place. So we are in line right now. We're in line to get a Starbucks drink from the first Starbucks. Can I get a grande mocha frappuccino?
Absolutely.
I'd like to get a grande Java chip frappuccino.
Anything else?
I got it.
Good.
That's it. Got our drinks.
Yeah. Just as good as any Starbucks, but it's numero uno.
Yep, that is number one. Doesn't say we can't turn. And there's the needle.
Aside from seeing the marketplace and Starbucks,
Right there.
Taylor's knee was kind of hurting due to the little bit of hilly nature of the area. There's a number of different shops and various things there, but with her knee hurting, we wanted to move on. The streets in and around Seattle, not the most dually friendly streets. I don't have a lot of video or anything to kind of really explain this, but yeah, do be aware, it's one of those bigger cities with some older streets that in a big vehicle like ours, it can become potentially intimidating. So if you're driving something large, just be aware of that. You can't take trains, you can't get Ubers, you can't do that kind of stuff. We were just there in a truck for the day. One other thing we're kind of doing as we're traveling around though is like when we're nearby, we'll just stop by and take a look, at least from the outside, of different Capitol buildings of the different states. So just down the road from Seattle is the capital city of Olympia.
Because my knee is kind of blah. We decided to drive into Olympia just to go see their Capitol building, which is literally right ahead of us.
So pretty short little drive to get over there and go check that out. Literally just pulled up, stopped in a parking lot, walked around, and took a look. That was about it.
Pretty building. Aha, the Temple of Justice. That's cool.
This is like the state Supreme Court for them.
Yeah, must be. Cool.
Let's take a picture.
Yeah.
And then I may start walking back because I'm hurting. No idea where we are. This is entertaining. Google keeps changing. Thinks we're on a side street. We're on this. We're on 99 right now. But it thinks that we're above ground. Oh my gosh. I'll call you back, Mom.
Google's quite confused by how we're navigating this city.
Google does not know where we are.
Then turn right onto
Dang it, Mom!
Head south.
I'll call you in a second.
Continue on Highway 99 south for half a mile.
So after kind of abusing Taylor's knee a bit, having her out and about walking around these different places, we did want to head back to Mount Rainier one more time, but basically no walking.
What did I can see from a distance? Mount Rainier on our drive. Not too shabby. Today we are going to Mount Rainier National Park, take 2. This time not necessarily going out and walking and doing a lot of stuff. We're gonna be stopping at parking lots because my leg is still hurting. Did go to a doctor yesterday and they said they took an x-ray. I don't have any broken bones in it, but it will probably hurt still for the next 3 to 5 days. But we went all this way before on Sunday and didn't even get to see Mount Rainier. So today we're driving up to Paradise near Mount Rainier and getting to actually go see the mountain itself, which is nice. Because if we come all this way to go see Mount Rainier National Park, hopefully we can go see the mountain itself. So today we are doing that. Really pretty drive. That's what we're doing right now.
We're almost there.
Very, very pretty drive through a lot of forest.
Yeah, incredible forestry up through here. You know, beautiful winding roads, big trees all around, lots of ferns, lots of flowers. Yeah, really incredible this time of year.
Yeah. So glad we're getting to do this. It's kind of a bummer we didn't get to on Sunday. Had not anticipated sliding down a hill, but it happens. So we made do with it today.
So what do you think?
It's really pretty. It's big. It's really big. But it's really cool being able to see a waterfall going down it, and then just how much ice, and the fact that some of it is above the clouds. Like, that's kind of cool. Woohoo! We're adding them states pretty quickly. So these will be coming up pretty quick within the next month.
So one more little drive just before we left. The night before leaving, often we don't want to cook just because of the mess. And Tayler had this recommendation for this restaurant called Anthony's up in Tacoma. It's right on the water, it's right by one of the ferries, and it's really good food. So we made the drive up there. The recommendation was spot on. It was pretty good. It was totally worth, I think.
That is Mount Rainier from where we are eating dinner on this patio. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fresh peaches. Right here. Washington peaches.
Yeah, you see something good?
It's really big. Oh my gosh. This looks amazing. This is the slump. The peach slump.
That is a deal. That thing is massive. Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome. Good?
Fresh Washington peaches.
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna try this. And then I'm gonna eat that.
You better hurry, else I'm gonna eat it all.
All right, last thing before getting out of there, part of any given travel day, make sure you're travel ready. Yeah, it turns out we had a little bit of a problem. These RVs, not put together the best, and sometimes things kind of pull loose.
So it's moving day, and we need to head out from where we're at in Centralia, just south of Seattle a little bit, and we're gonna head down to the Portland area. However, this little bit of side of the trailer, it had popped out quite significantly on this driver's side. So we're trying to see if we can do a quick repair on that. I've already taken off the rubber stripping that goes over this, and I've got the little metal rail that they use to pinch it in there. And you can actually see where that happens here, where you get just little pinch marks and whatever. So that's all they did to hold that in there. I'm gonna try to hold this up and get Tayler to actually drill holes and then screw into this extra little bit of the Asdel that's here. I don't know why they only just pinch it on with a little bit of aluminum and not, really screw it on appropriately, but it's the way they build the things. So we'll see if we can fix it.
Let's do it.
So put several screws in it, and it's holding this up and tighter so that we can get the other part back on.
Hopefully this fix lasts till September. We're at the beginning of August. We literally have less than 2 months. We have like a month and 2 weeks, a month and a half.
We were able to basically solve this problem on the road, on the spot, the morning before we went. Wasn't that big of a deal of a problem, but, you know, kind of concerning when, you know, basically the lower side of your RV wall is kind of falling off. Anyways, we were able to get it on there. It held on just fine after that, and we added this to our list of things that we had our dealership that we took it back to for kind of a various maintenance items. Had them kind of just rectify it for us and make it a bit cleaner. And it's been fine ever since, luckily. Happy to report that that issue kind of solved. Anyways, this is it for us here at Washington. After this, we're moving on to Oregon, and oh my gosh, the Oregon coast. I've been looking at some of the video already that's coming up. It's pretty unbelievable. So stick around for that one. See you in the next journal-worthy journey. Thanks again so much for joining us. Bye, y'all.
Watch that tree. We are heading out, heading to Oregon.